this next guy here. We're talking we're reacting to...
We've been out of town for a while. We just came back, and I guess World War III just started.
Really? Just today, or...?
I'm joking, but...
What? I know, okay. So we just, besides what he's talking to, I'm familiar that this lovely little triangle craft here just, bombed some places in... Iran.
World War III is on everybody's mind, and rightfully so after Trump just bombed Iran, but it's also important not to fall for the fake stuff. As I keep seeing this video reposted of the alleged bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities, but apparently it's just an old video from Ukraine. There's also this clip being shared everywhere, and even though it is Tehran, it's a week old. It's insane to think of, but those initial attacks were just 8 days ago, where I think I opened that video with, "I don't know how we're gonna stay out of this." As CNN showed, they're out there chanting this.
Trump administration as well.
Thousands take to the street in Iran to protest Israel and U.S.
Yeah.
That's from CNN.
Well, I guess you don't like the fact that these countries are now bombing you, so... Basically what happened yesterday while we were at TDC, Trump dropped the bunker busters on Iran's nuclear program and practically ended it.
Okay, but, he just got done saying that those videos they were showing were old.
Yeah, those are fake videos that are popping up. But
okay, where's the real video? Is there any real video?
If there is, I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, hold on, I'm still talking, bitch!
Bitch.
God, I'm serious.
Sorry.
I'm trying to... Damn it, now you made me lose my train of thought, thanks.
I
wanted to ask something that I felt was important. Oh, yeah. Didn't, we saw on the news... damn it.
On the news about what?
Didn't Trump say that they did do this?
Yes. That came out yesterday.
Okay. But we don't have any real footage of it?
It probably exists, it's just haven't seen it yet.
But why is a bunch of fake videos being posted?
Because it's the internet and people post shit to get clout. That's why you got...
I'm confused and I don't understand.
Anyway.
We're chanting death to America.
And even though this video might be older, just yesterday in the same city, they were chanting the same thing. So seeing as Iran's nuclear facility Fordow has reportedly been getting closer to producing weapons-grade uranium, and even though it's a half-mile underground, our B-2s were going to do a Top Gun 2 to take them out.
If you saw the movie, the latest Top Gun movie, eerily enough, this is that plot kind of...
Oh my god, I was just thinking that remember we were watching Top Gun last year and we saw that?
Right, yeah.
The same thing happened in real life.
Oh.
They actually blew up a nuclear facility.
I didn't even... My brain, when we were watching Top Gun Maverick, right?
Yeah.
My brain was just like, ooh, flying, explosions, I was not paying attention to the plot.
Ghost of Ukraine. So many times it was fake older videos from years ago.
But, okay, where's the actual footage? But at the same time, I'm not saying, like, it didn't happen, because Trump did acknowledge that it did, right?
It probably is actually from the B-2 bomber. They probably also had a camera on the bomb as it went down. They just haven't released it yet. Okay,
but why do we need all this fake footage?
People post shit online to get clout. So you can click on the video. Oh, look, they're blowing up Ukraine. I get a view. That's why people do it. I bet.
Okay. The more fake videos they post, the more people is gonna watch their content and make them more money. I bet they hide them.
I don't know.
Okay. Why would they hide the footage if Trump just out and said that they did this?
And also,
they're not trying to hide the fact that they did this.
Also, Iran also confirmed that their nuclear facility got blown up too.
So everyone knows that this actually happened. Okay, I get what Star Nova's here saying with the fake videos getting views and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense that people would do that for that. But why?
Don't
my
overthink.
brain.
Don't overthink it.
It's
I'm
coming to
overthinking
fruition in
it.
real life. It's not just one bomb, it'll be a bomb
there are
after a bomb to get through that penetration.
And that's exactly what happened as President Trump announced they attacked Iran.
They are two complete different cities, and see, that's stupid. That kind of stuff is stupid. I guess you can make some narrative around it. It's like, yeah, it actually happened, but you don't have real footage, so you make up shit, and then I don't know. I don't get this stuff.
Don't overthink it.
I'm overthinking it. Okay.
Iran's 3 nuclear sites.
Hold on. Well, hold on. Here we have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including whatever. All planes are now outside of Iran's airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site. Word, all planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great America warriors. There is not another military in the world that can. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention. Okay, I got questions. Remind me if this happened. Didn't Israel shoot bombs at Iran's nuclear thing at the beginning? Wasn't that the whole start of this?
I think so, but they don't have bunker busters like we got.
So they shot up the place, but it wasn't enough to actually destroy it.
Yeah, and we have the capability to destroy them. Like half a mile down below the ground, we can actually destroy the bunkers that far deep.
Okay, so what? So did Trump, since Israel already jumped the gun to do this, this was not a, I guess, unprepared attack. This was something that was warned, and Iran, right? Am I saying the nation's name right?
Yeah.
Iran refused to have peace.
They didn't want to negotiate. So Trump gave them many opportunities to... He said you have 60 days to negotiate, and Israel attacked on day 61.
Okay, so they're like, yeah.
I feel like this was all planned from the beginning. I feel like this was planned months ago. And it just now...
But they wouldn't have done this if Iran just actually was like, okay, yeah, we'll stop being assholes.
Yeah, they were trying to get to where they have a nuclear deal where Iran dropped their nuclear facilities. Mm-hmm. Iran didn't want that, or they were still dragging their feet on everything. So I was like, okay, we'll just blow it up.
Because they're kind of like a newborn child, that's constantly running tantrums and stuff. You don't give a child a fucking gun, for example.
Yeah.
That they don't know how to they would use their nukes. Okay? That's why we don't want them to have them, because they would openly use them.
Actually, there's been a theory that Iran never got close to it. They were using it as a negotiating tape thing. Mm-hmm. And I guess they took the U.S. and Israel won that off the table now. Now they can't negotiate. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stating, now is the time for peace. I saw Trump getting criticized pretty heavily online, as new wars isn't what they voted for, and how do you bomb someone then call for peace? As shortly after the attacks, Trump made a speech.
Okay, the big difference here, though, it's not like we're bombing civilian areas, okay? Let me just try to say this. The reason we bombed this particular area is because it was going to be a danger to us, to Israel, and I guess to Europe, because weren't they saying to kill Europe or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically the whole world. And also keep in mind, a good chunk of the world's oil has to go across Iran's shore to get out to the ocean on tankers.
Okay.
Like the Strait of Hormuz, I think is what it's called. They go within crazy close to Iran. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing.
Hold on. Don't click until I say I'm ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm still trying to get the thing out. I'm still trying to get a brain do here. Okay. So the difference is we're attacking an area of theirs that can be hazardous. It's very hazardous to the rest of the world. Versus Iran. They are just targeting cities of Israel, aren't they?
They've always been. They've always done it.
They're not strategically targeting any kind of facilities, right? They're just kind of out shooting at random.
Yeah.
See, they're already proving that they cannot be trusted with this kind of technology. That's why we had to get it away from them. Unless you want the whole world to just be one complete nuked zone, this was a smart thing, okay?
They are attacking civilians, yeah. Well, another thing to factor on, JFK said this back in the 60s, the worst thing that could ever happen is not Russia and U.S. having nukes, it's every small country
that don't know what they're doing and sit there and just play with it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can continue the video now.
Massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow,
right across their face.
Natanz, and Esfahan. Tonight I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular.
We are going to see nuclear, we're going to see jets. You know how they do the pinups? They're going to be anime pinups on jets.
That would be cool to see. It would be a real danger to everyone had it but been destroyed by the U.S. Personally, I don't get why anyone should even have nukes. That is just, we already learned from the past what nukes can do.
Yeah, but the thing is,
since they exist, that's why we have to make sure that they don't exist more prevalent. Or not as common. We don't want nukes to be a common source of arsenal.
Well, the thing is, once you invent something, you can't uninvent something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we already... Okay, so what places have nukes?
Good chunk. Oh, I know Israel has a nuke. Pakistan and India have nukes. China has nukes. I don't think Japan... North Korea has nukes. Also U.S., Russia... France, I believe, UK. I'm just right off the top. I'm pretty sure there's more I can't think of.
God, that's already one too many. I don't think humans should.
To be fair, a lot of these countries have had nukes for a long time outside.
And they're just kind of, at least they're being nice and just letting it sit there. It's kind of like, what is this? Like, you got your big dick. And you don't whip it out all the time. You're just like, hey, look at my bulge.
Yeah. Well, another thing to think on, there was this weird thing back in 1947. Top journalists in the United States wanted Truman to fly a ton of nukes over and just level Russia before they got nukes. And Truman's like, if I do that, I would look worse than Hitler.
Yeah. Now that's, no. There's no, ultimately, okay, I know how people are like gun violence and stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is the exact same excuse with gun violence. It's not the nuke that's the problem. Well, actually, it is the nuke that's the problem. It's who's using it too, but
I want Skynet to becomes real.
There are some countries in Europe that God.
But they've had them for decades. I mean, it ain't anything new.
Military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days.
Following that up with another post stating, any retaliation by Iran against the US will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight, which has some personalities on Fox News celebrating this.
America, don't you feel relief? Of course you feel relief. Because these Islamists were building nuclear weapons to attack us too, with intercontinental ballistic missiles. Guess what? You can go to bed peacefully tonight. No, that's not going to happen.
But sounds an awful lot like WMDs in Iraq, which resulted in years of American soldiers deployed overseas.
That's the other thing. You don't want another. I don't want another Iraq war.
Right. We don't need people going there and fighting.
And dying for nothing.
Yeah, because wasn't like the original one, didn't that just kind of, it was redundant?
Are you talking about 91 or in 2003?
I guess 3.
Yeah, that one was, it was pointless.
Yeah.
Why can't we not solve?
Why can't we not solve wars by fighting an online I know, right?
G Gundam. You want G Gundam?
I want G Gundam. Yes, this is my logic. Every nation just needs a giant robot. You get a pilot. You pick the best pilot to pilot the giant robot. Have a big country fight or whatever, national, whatever. Help me out here, words. World. Have a big world fight. Every nation has their giant robot, has their pilot. They fight. Whoever is the winner of the tournament gets to be the ruler of the world for that time.
Russia, France, U.S., China, North Korea, South Korea nukes, and British.
Sheesh. But yeah, just use anime for your logic. Just let everyone. That way, okay. No more targeting civilians. Just have one person represent your country. Have it have a nice little war battle with robots. Hell, you don't even need a pilot anymore. Use AI. AI needs to be fighting our wars. No more humans fighting our wars. Right?
Just do the XQC logic. Just get one big land. We call it Landia and put everybody there.
Now, I'm not gonna immediately panic and place Trump alongside Bush, but I'm also not gonna place blind faith in someone that I agree with 95% of the time. I just don't want us to get into another war, but I know we don't know everything Trump does. As even looking at Iranian news outlets, if you trust these translations, they say it didn't cause significant damage, or that Trump only damaged the entrance and exit to these tunnels, or that they warned the US. We started it, but they will end it. With their social media news outlets.
All America bust in every country will be burned. All American faces in every country. Ooh.
You watch too much.
I am an anime waifu, of course. Anime is my lifeblood. Yeah. But it would be a good idea. G Gundam had the best idea.
To be fair, we're kind of burning now from the sun.
We need a giant robot. Chicks dig giant robots. Yes.
Posting about how all our bases everywhere will be burned. And I have no way of personally verifying any of these translations, and also don't really trust corporate news media anyways. As when I was refreshing the news stories here about the attacks today, I suddenly saw MSNBC trying to suggest we are now in war with Iran. But I'd ignore that, as she's the same person that said this.
That the virus stops with every vaccinated person.
So I'm still gonna post all this.
The virus stops with every vaccinated person. Remember that?
Oh yeah, and then we got it like 3 months after we got vaccinated.
I thought it was like 2 months.
I think it was 3. Germany and France have military bases.
Yay.
Yeah, your dad was stationed in Germany.
Yeah.
With a healthy amount of skepticism, and just hope this doesn't escalate into anything more. As New York City's mayor already ordered the NYPD to increase its presence, and Los Angeles' mayor is having the LAPD step up its...
Dude, Los Angeles mayor needs to go fook herself.
Really? Now you want to step up enforcement?
You are a horrible politician and you should be ashamed.
Patrols in response to the bombings. You'd think an attack on the other side of the world wouldn't impact what happens in US cities, but maybe those sanctuary cities finally realize why their foreign residents should be properly vetted before let into the country. Don't doom scroll.
Question?
What?
Wasn't this what happened with 9/11? Because we had illegal people here?
I don't think they were here illegally, but they weren't vetted, and that wasn't a forethought.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for this video. Goodbye. What's next?
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.